Shalom, shalom, shalom. It's HOI Detroit. We give our honors to our elders. We give our praise to Yahweh and glory to Yahweh Shai. Got to make this class short today. We thank our elders as well. We have come a long ways with our elders. You know what I mean?
Con.
You know, so I just want to give a shout out to our elders and show appreciation. There was a lot of time, you know, even though this is short, but we have to, you know, get it moving kind of quickly. But I just want to give a shout out to our elders because, you know, sometimes, you know, if you don't have a father in the house, sometimes you can't do your greatest. You know what I'm saying? Like just like say Michael Jordan, he was great, but with that father in the house, he was able to reach that. Sometimes, you know, and I ain't saying nothing wrong with well, I am saying something wrong with not having a father in the house. The mother can take you there, you know what I'm saying, but not like the father and mother, because he can make you can jump that last hurdle that you need to jump. And so, you know, from where we came from, you know, with our elders, Shabbat, Tyra, you know, our captains, and you know, it's just happened to be a great thing, you know. Arya, Samaya, you know, it's just we come to our standards, and you know that, you know, the person that you got behind you know what I'm saying, and how they love the Lord. See, if didn't nobody love the Lord, you know, and only you know, sometimes I can't eat off nobody, but I can eat off your strength, eat off my strength, and then we can crunch these words together, and the Lord can enlighten us. You know, that's why I say when two or three or more in the midst, He is there. And that's even as the parents. When the father and the mother's in the house, you know, with this child, it's enlightening for him to be there, to be able to expound and expose how great, you know, he can come out of this kid, and the kid can be the greatest person that he can ever be with his father and his son. That's just like with our elders. You know, if our elders, you know, if something go wrong with them, that can damage us. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes that's our role. But we're gonna move on right quick. Okay, so now here we're gonna show you where Esau, because a lot of them say we're not our forefathers, but the Bible say you are your forefathers, right? So the Bible say you are your forefathers, and reality say you are your forefathers. You hear what I'm saying? Because you don't just automatically, you got a president, he been here for 6 months, and you automatically jump deep into into the 1400s. I mean, you automatically jump back where you started from. So we was in slavery. Trump's been in office for 6 months, and you automatically jump right back into the 1800s that quick. It's impossible unless it's already in you.
God.
You see what I'm saying? And so there's nowhere in the world Trump could be in office for 6 months and you jump right back to the 1800s that damn quick, right? And so this is what I'm saying is that, you know, these presidents are these white folks' God, and that flag is their Holy Spirit. If you see how we be careful with the Spirit, you know what I'm saying? Because we can't, you know, backtalk the Spirit because we know how powerful that is. They don't want you to backtalk that flag. You know, if you burn up the Bible, don't you know how the Israelites will feel? If you burn up that flag, the white folks feel the same way. If you burn up the Bible, they cool with that. But if you burn up that flag, they will destroy you for that. Now, if you burn up the Bible, the Black, Hispanic, Native Americans will be very affected that this person is crazy, God gonna kill him. So what we have to realize is that they are, you know, they are not like us. They've never been like us. We have a problem because anytime you got Charlie Kirk passed. Got killed, right? So he get knocked off. Now, they cannot, and I'm gonna show you, they don't have the love that we have. They need to eat off our love to get to that, to get there. It's just like, in order for us to dunk, we need to jump off your back so we can dunk the ball. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that in order for us to feel the pain that we need to feel, because we're so evil that we can't even hurt like we want to unless y'all help us. We need you to hurt like we do, so we can feel the hurt that we need for Charlie. You know what I'm saying? Because if you niggers is not crying, that will help me cry, because I need to cry off your spirit, because you only one have it. So I need you hurt like me, so I can jump on top of your hurt and dunk the ball and let everybody know that this is really serious. Because if you don't feel like it's serious, niggers, I can't get there with the pain. I need your pain to help me to get there, because really, I'm empty inside. This is why they need you to feel this type of way. Now, if Martin Luther King, man, it wasn't all that. He died a week later. That was it. No, 2 days later, that was it. Even the ones that marched with him, ain't no white man wrote no book about his death. And so this is where we are. We have to. We are still slaves, and we have to hurt like you said, Master. Do our stomach hurt? Well, since Charlie Kirk died, our stomach better be hurting. You get what I'm saying? To reach my people, y'all don't know how much problems that we get to reach y'all. You know what I'm saying? We have white man problems that y'all don't have, that y'all scared to have. You know what I'm saying? We got, stuff gets shed off. We got money getting twinkled and attacked. You know what I'm saying? And we don't even use it. A lot of us don't even need the white man money. We get our money when the white man get his money from you. We get our money from our own people. The white man get our money from every people. You know what I'm saying? So, but let's move forward. Just had to splash out a little bit.
Gotcha.
You wanna give me Genesis 3 and 6.
Genesis 3 and 6 reads, And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eye, and a tree to be desired, to make one wise, she took off the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat.
Right, okay, keep going. Where you at? So 6, keep going.
7.
Go to 12.
You want to jump down 12?
No.
Or read down 12?
Read down to 12.
Okay. And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. And they heard the voice of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and the wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God.
Jump down to 22.
22. And the Lord God said, Behold, the man is become as one of us, to know good and evil.
Right there. Let me see it for a minute. Okay, and so when Adam didn't say the woman had become one of us, the man has become one of us to know good and evil. And so now they didn't have no child at this time. You know what I'm saying? So they have to birth a child, good and evil. See, what you fail to realize is that the spirit that you carry is the child that you're going to release. So when they became to know good and evil, they had two children, and one was good and one was evil. Why? Because the spirit was set. If they would have never, I'll just say bit the apple because that's what most where y'all at. But what really happened is where the philosophies of worship. All right, so when they sinned against the Lord, then they became to know good and evil. Now, if I'm a drunk, right, then if I have a child, if he start drinking, he can become a drunk like his daddy. You get what I'm saying? Why? Because there's a spirit that I let carry me, right? Before I had this child. So once you start carrying that spirit and you have a child, that child can easily adapt to that spirit if you don't raise him astray away from it, right? And so now the child can be a drunk. And so where I'm going is that when these folks been killing you and hanging you and setting you on fire, right? That spirit that's in their seed can come out within 6 months and they'll be hanging you within 6 months. But because it's already boarded in there. See, the reason why if I'm a drunk and the reason why my son's not a drunk is because he knew I was a drunk, he stayed away from it. So the reason why a lot of other nations or white folks, they try to stay away from it. But once it poured onto them, they're easy to adapt to it.
So like you, that's because like right now they got that movement where that's not me. I had nothing to do with slavery. You got a lot of white people say that was my ancestors. Okay, well we know that we are regenerated. So a lot of them try to use that excuse that was 100 years ago. You can't blame me for 100 years ago, but yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. So the thing is that same spirit, as Kat was bringing out, that same spirit it continues to go. You may have it could be a hateful spirit, it could be a lustful spirit, but that spirit can continue to go. So what happens is they think that, well, that was 400 years ago, that had nothing to do with me. That's not what the Bible said. Even when Yahushua, also known as Jesus, went to John the Baptist and he called him Elijah. He's like, I'm not Elijah, but he was Elijah. So it shows that we are regenerated. So when these white folks say, well, that wasn't me, or how that song go with Shaggy? It wasn't me. No.
It was you.
It was you.
Right.
It was you.
And it was something that you said that okay, so it said it wasn't me. Now, my grandfather was a drunk, right? That wasn't me. But if I start drinking, I'm gonna become a drunk. Why? Because that is me. You get what I'm saying? Well, listen, you got, just like, it's gonna be hard to get me to hang people, right? Because that's not in my bloodline. But it's gonna be easy to get these type of people to hang people. Why? Because it's already in their bloodline. And so when they say it's not me, that's because you have not drunk the cup. And so this is what I mean here. The reason why all of them must die, because your bloodline carry the spirit that would not let Israel serve the Lord. You hear what I'm saying? Well, I'm a good white person. You may be. You may be a good white person. But if you have a child, maybe 4 kids, one of them kids you're gonna birth that's going to connect back to your forefathers, and that is just something that you cannot help. you can be, and that's something you cannot help because your blood has to be destroyed. Get that with, go ahead.
But that's just like the prophets, like you brought out. Remember the other day we brought out how the prophets, when Israel went into captivity, what was that? Jeremiah, the rest of the prophets, they had to go into captivity too.
God.
And they weren't doing nothing wrong. So, but people don't understand that God doesn't judge individuals, he judges nations. Okay? And that goes back to what was that, Saul? When Saul was commanded to kill them all, even the livestock. Okay? That's because the Most High knows, that spirit can continue.
Right.
So that's why, people look at it and be like, well, no, God loves. Well, read the Bible. Actually read it and comprehend what you're reading. Once you comprehend, you know it's the same God that killed everybody on the earth, but Noah and his family. Everybody in Sodom and Gomorrah, but Lot and his family, his wife still ended up getting it. So, the thing is that we, a lot of times in this world, we learn the precepts of the fear of God from the precepts of man. Well, God is okay, and he won't do that, and he's not going to do, everybody, but it's the same God. What happened back in Noah day? What happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? And then we go back to Malachi 3:6, where it says, what? God, what? He changed not, right?
Changed not.
I digress.
And so, give me Genesis 4:15.
Genesis 4:15 reads, the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be.
No. Start with 1. Sorry about that. 4 and 1.
4 and 1. Genesis 4 and 1. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. And she gave bare his brother Abel, and Abel was keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in the processes of time, it came to pass that Cain brought off the fruit of the ground, an offering unto the Lord. And Abel, he also brought off the firstling of his flock, and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel, and to his offering. But unto Cain, and to his offering, he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance well. And the Lord said unto Cain, why are thee wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? And thou doe, well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou dost not well sin, letteth at the door, and unto this shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel his brother. And it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him.
Right there. Okay, and so when the Lord said that now that Adam did this, they should know good and evil, right? So what happened is that when you have a child and you got evil existing in you, you know what I'm saying? The seed has to come out of what's in you. The seed is in you, right? And so whatever in you is what's ever coming out. Let me tell you something. If the way you look, that seed coming out with the way you look, that's on the outside. If the way your spirit is, that seed's coming out with the way your spirit is as well. Now, he's going to have his own identity. I'm not saying that. But the seed has everything to do with your spiritual walk. If you become a crackhead or a drunk or anything like that, that child has to stay far away from that. Why? Because his seed is connected to that type of habit. You know what I'm saying? And it can take him way off. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why when you say that child, that's why grandma said that child ain't your child. How? Because she know the seed of her producement. She know how all her seeds supposed to look. Right? That's just like me. I had a lot of nosebleeds when I was a kid, right? So my son, his nose was bleeding. My daughter, her nose bleeding. My grandson, his nose, bleeding. And so that was a sign. Why? Because it's in my genes. It's in my seed, right? And I got a big nose, right? And so, there's no way my son should come with a skinny nose. I got small ears. Don't look at me.
You do got some cookie ears.
But anyway, so these are the traits that my seed is supposed to produce, right? Now I got habits, and guess what? When I see my grandson, and I know the habits that I got to make sure he don't have that habit. It's like, for instance, my left shoulder is easy to break. My son fractured his left shoulder. So my grandson had to tell him, you need to start working out if you're gonna play sports because your left shoulder is gonna be a weak area. You get what I'm saying? And so if my forefathers like to hang people, rape, rob, and murder people, and then he have a son that never did that, I gotta keep his eyesight from seeing that. See, their eyesight see this. They say, well, I'm not my forefathers. Oh, yes, the hell you are. Even if you're the greatest pink toe on the planet, when you have 2 or 3 kids, they're going to come out the way your grandfathers are. And you can't stop that. You hear what I'm saying? I can't, if I pass, right? This trait goes to the next individual, the next child, whether I pass or not. And see, this is why, when a black woman have a child by a white man, that child is a white boy. It's not about his color. He has a pink toe spirit. He has that spirit, right? And he can have childs that still gonna be like his white granddaddy. You know what I'm saying? And now you have a flood of people, because let me tell you something. You go ahead.
That's Salakia. And I know where a lot of people be thinking, well, slaves back in the day was getting raped by masses. But one thing that we found out and we understand through genetics, that it takes, 3 generations? So if that one seed was Esau, by the time there was other $3, 3 generations of blackness in them, it would be no more science. And they know this. So a lot of people say, well, we all the same because Master used to rape the women back in the day, so the blood is all mixed up. No. 3 generations. So we understand that from the DNA, and this is something that can be done scientifically.
4 generations.
4th generation. I stand correct, 4 generations. So we know that just because the person had sex or Master raped this person, that we know that after 4 generations is no more. I digress.
Right, and so, and give me Matthew's 17 and 12.
Matthew 17 and 12.
Read 13.
Matthew 17 and 12 reads. Here we go.
But I saw unto you that Elias is come already, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them. Then the disciples understood that he spoke unto them of John the Baptist.
Right. You see.
Oh, that's deep.
Read 11 and then go and read 11 through and 12 and 13. Matthew 17.
11. And Jesus answered and said unto them, Elijah truly shall first come and restore all things. But I say unto you that Elijah is come already, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them. Then the disciples understood he spoke unto them about John the Baptist. And when he were come,
That's it.
okay.
Go to James 5:17. Okay, and so, how do someone way back come out and be the same person as today? That's how far that spirit in the seed can carry the same individual. You know what I'm saying? And they don't get it. You ever something like, man, he act just like granddaddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
God.
He act just like granddaddy. Or you got a child where this child here, he been here before.
Mm.
He been here before. He talking, and you know what I'm saying. You have a white baby talking about Google Gaga. He lying already. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm trying to tell you is that, these spirits, the baby have spirits, right? And so our baby have Israelite spirits. Black child has Israelite spirit. And the other nations have whatever nation spirit that they have. And that cannot change to the end. Right? Go ahead.
What's that? Verse 17, right?
5 and 17.
5 and 17. Elijah was a man subject to like passion as we are. And he prayed earnestly that it might not rain. And it rained not on the earth by the space of 3 years and 6 months. And he prayed again, and the heavens gave rain, and the earth brought forth her fruit.
That's it. Okay, and so he prayed that it wouldn't rain, right? And then the earth brought not her fruits. Okay, so now you have this is Elijah, right?
Right.
All right, and so this is the type of spirit that came back into John the Baptist, right?
Right.
And guess what he liked? He liked milk and honey. And guess what Elijah liked? Elijah liked the milk and honey, right? And they even dressed alike. Even though that was so far back then, he liked that brown furry. Some people like suede shoes. Some people like leather shoes. Well, John the Baptist liked that suede look. You know what I'm saying? And guess who else liked that suede look? Elijah. So when you start to see that we mimic where we come from, that's why it says there's nothing new under the sun. There's no new spirits. There's no new ways. So in other words, give me Obadiah 1 and 18.
Obadiah 1 and 18 reads, "And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it."
Right, and so why the Lord say there should not be any remaining of this nation? And when he says he's spoken it, that's like he notarized it. That can't be changed, right? Now, even if you get John 3:16, for God so loved the world, even if you believe that, right? In your way, we're gonna go two ways with it. The Israelites know that he's talking about the world of Israel. But let's say we look at on your side of the gate, and you say it's everybody, right? Well, we're gonna look on your side of the gate for a minute. It is everybody except this one. So the church can fight for anybody they want, but they can't fight for this one. You hear what I'm saying? Because this one's gonna be wiped off the planet. Now, if you want to stand up and fight for the other nations, you can, but not for this one, right? Because you can't have it both ways. We're gonna give you everybody, but you can't have this one. This one's gonna be wiped off the planet. You know what I'm saying? Whosoever believe, yeah. whosoever believe, but he can't believe this way. His way, see, there's ways that's directed for you, right? Even in Esau world, you know, when we wrote the white laws, the blacks wasn't included. Okay, and so this law, this person is not included in everybody whosoever believe. This person is not included. Because the Lord said he has spoken that this person is not included. You know what I'm saying? Right, and those who are included, how are they included? They are included to be saved. For what type of salvation? To the plantations, right, to serve us. I don't want to get off track. Okay, so give me the scriptures that you got.
Okay. Well, one scripture that I brought out as far as that, you're saying that how we, you know, I like that Isaiah 13:14.
Isaiah 13:14.
Mm-hmm. So everybody want to say that we all the same and that, you know, we are all human, but Muhammad Ali said it best. You know, you got birds, you got all type of birds. You may have you got a robin and you got a blue jay. They still birds, but they're not together because they're two separate type of birds. Okay? All right. So, I mean, we could even go to Genesis 25:25.
Let me get this up first.
Go ahead.
And it shall come, and it shall be as the chase roll, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people and flee.
I was just gonna say, right there, every man go to his own people. So why would that be put in there? Why is not everybody? Why ain't we just all together holding hands, kumbaya? Can you read that again?
And it shall be as the chase roll, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, that shall every man turn to his own people.
That right there. Every man should turn to his own people. So when they be saying that, well, we are all the same, and this is of the world, and just, then why everybody got to turn to their own people?
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So that's a sign right there. And then it shows that we two different type of people. Even if we go to Genesis 25:25, okay, we start breaking that down. I can read it. So we can go to Genesis 25:25 right now. I get it right now. I got it, Cap.
I already got it.
You already got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Genesis, let me see it. Genesis 25, verse 25. And the first came out red all over, like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. And after that, his brother came out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was therefore 70 years old.
We'll go down some more where it says there's be two nations. Or was that before that? Where it says going to be two
Yeah,
nations?
okay, and when the days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were two twins. There was twins in the womb. This is 23. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb.
There you go. Two nations. So right there we got two nations is in the womb. Okay, and you learned that as we read at 25, that one was hairy all over. Why did they bring out that one was hairy all over? They didn't say that about Jacob because Jacob was like everybody else. Okay, and so we said two nations of people. And then we just read right here that 13:14, where it says each person is going to go to, they're going to go to their own people. Okay, and then we can also we can bring out that God only dealt with one group of people. We go to Psalms 147:19. Okay, he said that I can read that right quick, Cap.
147:19.
Yeah, I got it. I can get it. 'Cause I got this. I know it's hard sometimes we can't see. Yeah.
I got it already.
You got it already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Psalms 147:19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as far as his judgments, they have not known them. Praise he the Lord.
So there you go. He only dealt with one people. So they said the other people don't know him. Okay? So we see that the Most High, Yahweh, is he's the clay maker, right? So we see right now that we got different type of people. So we got some people built for righteousness, some people built for destruction. We can go ahead with that if we go to what's that Jude Judah 5:20. So he said one people were made for what? Spittle. So why would he say that? Why would he say that a group of people was just made like a bucket, or nothing, like a drop of spittle, like nothing, like spit? So we see that there is a difference. So a lot of times they say, well, here go those Israelites again. Oh, those some hateful people. Oh, I swear. Look how they just twist the scriptures around. And we reading directly from the Bible, and we breaking it down, okay? Precept upon precept. But in this Christianity and this wicked world that we live in, see, everything is backwards. So up is down, down is up, good is bad, bad is good. So when we telling people that, okay, yeah, God have a special people, they have been programmed so much by their oppressors to be like, nah, that can't be. And like Cap was bringing out earlier, we was talking about the lynching of people. Now, those same people, if you go back to the early, last century, when they used to have lynchings on postcards, okay, that same people that was out there, the women and men and kids smiling and having souvenirs, the same people here now.
Doing the same thing.
Doing the same thing.
Right.
So people don't understand that. So that same spirit, that same people is here now. So when we say that a certain group of people gonna have to be done away with, look at how the earth is right now. Yeah. The water is no good to drink. The air is no good to breathe. The food is no good to eat.
Yeah. I didn't cut you off there.
No, go ahead.
I just got upset about something.
Go ahead, Cat. You good?
I didn't take the glasses, did I?
No, go ahead.
Okay, listen. When you say, well, why do we all talk about white folks? They hungers 400 years ago, in between time and still today. And how can I stop? If I want to go to another nation, even if I want to talk about myself, they keep being stronger than the evil that exists. If I want to talk about evil and my own people doing it, they stronger than that. Their evil is stronger than us. We're not setting each other on fire. We're not hanging each other. So I'm talking about we need to stop killing each other. We become idiots. We listen to that music that the white man. There he go again. The white man owns the music. I can't even get away from it. I'm cussing at my brother. Listen, brother, you killing each other. Listen to this music. Who on the music? The white man? Oh, okay, we're not gonna talk about him. Okay, now there's TV, niggas gays. Okay, who giving the money to be all that? Okay, go back to the white man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to fuss at you, and he all in the way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. No, I stand corrected too. That was 2 Andrew 6:56, where it says that as for the other people, which also come from Adam. So another thing they try to say that we all come from Adam. Mm-hmm. Okay, but it says right here in 2 Andrew 6.
Oh no, you want to go ahead. I see what you're doing.
Yeah. So when they try to say that all people come from Adam. So there we go here. As the other people, as which come from Adam, though has said that they are nothing but like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that's fallen from a vessel. So, and people say, these aren't our words. We ain't speaking something that we wrote. These are the Lord's words that wrote this. So then people, if you're going to be mad at something, don't be mad at the Israelites. You be mad at the Israelites' God. And if you mad at the Israelites' God, then he gonna deal with you. He gonna deal with you regardless. But it's not our words. But we know that these things gonna come. And they're gonna come. They're gonna come. They're gonna come. It's gonna be true. It's gonna come. It's gonna come and happen. So it's not that we being mean.
we bringing the word out. This is our job to bring the word out.
Right.
To let the people know. To let the people know that there is a difference.
Mm-hmm.
But we have been so far, if you take a group of people, everything about them that they hate.
What was that with what was that movie with it was a black police officer and a white police officer, and he said, I hate your black hair. I hate the black keys on the piano. Well, the thing is that for so long, subconsciously, we have been taught to hate ourselves. Our women have to put on a costume. It's Halloween every day to feel comfortable. Got to put on fake hair of a white woman's hair.
Repeat it back off that. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Captain. Go ahead.
Yeah. You don't know you wasn't finished. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, listen. Okay, like you said, hate the black kid. Listen, y'all, they in rulership. When the black man, it's like right now, we in the ghetto, right? I don't worry about people poor to me much at all, other than maybe violating, the way they, treat me. Maybe want to steal something from me or cut Cadillac converters. You know what I'm saying? So I may be upset about that, but I don't worry about pressuring them and putting them down when I'm already richer than them. So they're not my problem. But anytime you're richer than someone and you concentrate on who you're supposed to be better than, who you're supposed to be richer than, and see the white man, the elite is so slick. He's so slick that he got his poor white folks being treated like niggers, but you're better than niggers. Matter of fact, when you go in the grocery store with the same amount of food stamps or with the same amount of money, it's gonna cost you the same thing it costs the niggers. But guess what? The poor white folks, they dumber than the poor blacks. See, the poor blacks are suffering because they're being ganged upon. The poor whites are suffering because they're being tricked. So they are more of an idiots than anybody, because the rich white folks is teaching the poor white man that you're better than him because of your skin. But it'll go by the same, the price will be the same to you and him, right? And the black man may can hustle better than the white man on broken pieces, right? And so on broken pieces, the black man can hustle better than the white man. Now, so you got white people in trailer parks. You ain't got that many black folks in trailer parks. We may suffer and stuff. You may have 2 or 3 or whatever, but you have trailer parks which cost $100 a month or whatever.
Yeah.
And the poorest black person, they may be suffering, but a lot of them doing better than that. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say is that the rich white man has tricked the poor white man to only think that the reason why you're poor is because these niggers is taking your money. And the poor white man is getting a foot stuck up his butt because he really a nigger that's going against niggers. He's just a pink nigger. You see what I'm saying? So you got a pink nigger mad at a brother. And so he mad at the brother because he can't, the brother don't supposed to be here, as he say, and we was here before they got here. And so they told the pink nigger that you don't supposed to, the black man is here and he's taking your money. The Mexican is here and taking your money. Don't worry about the Arab and the Chinese that I put over you. See, the white man, the poor white man is such a damn idiot. The ones that's waking up are killing. See, you have maybe very few white men that understand what's going on. The ones that understand what's going on is the reason why Charlie Kirk got shot. Because he understands that this is a game. Y'all got me looking like a nigger, and y'all telling me to only look at niggers because this is the reason why I'm here. Why the rich treat me like niggers. Ain't no rich man gonna give no poor white, ain't no rich white man gonna give no poor white man no money. And ain't no rich white man gonna give no Israelite no money. So he treat both as the same, but only difference he telling the pink nigger that We are his problem. The Mexicans are his problems. But guess what? The Chinese ain't his problem. Now, the white man is so stupid is that he's not going against the Arabs, which are here in America. He's not going against the Chinese, which are here in America. And so the rich white man is an idiot, and the poor white man is an idiot, and that's why they came. They're gonna be destroyed. Right? They shouldn't even be mad at us, because if they listen to us, they can learn something. Right? The poor white man can learn, you know what? It ain't Charlie. It's my own people. And that's why Charlie Kirk got shot by his own people. Why? Because some of his own people is waking up. And what y'all fail to realize is that what that white Jesus did to us, it made us fight each other. That's why when you hear the Christians say, "Oh, what difference does it make?" It makes so much difference that when your child grow up looking at the person they're supposed to serve as a white man, and you an idiot saying, "What difference does it make?" I'm gonna tell you, I don't want no one thinking that they taking care of my child better than me, or in the end, they're going to be able to save my child better than me or a black guy. Now, when a church say it don't make a difference, that's because your child don't make a difference to you. When your child make a difference to you, then you maybe can see that you don't want nobody, your child, is going to look up over you or his own people. And so now we become idiots. But who's the biggest idiot? The rich white man and the poor white man are the biggest idiots. The rich white man allowed the Arabs to stay here while he killed them over in the other land. The rich white man allowed the Chinese here while he warred against the Chinese and paying him to feed us and warn against him.
I wanted to add on to that, and we go to Obadiah 1, verse 8, because it's great what you're bringing out, that we see that he does things that's not wise. So he's making decisions, and here it is that China owns part of America, Israel owns most of America, but then yet they want you to be proud of America. So we bring it out that, you know, that's not wise. You're not doing things that's going to benefit the production of so-called America. You got Obadiah 1 and 8?
Yeah, Obadiah 1 and 8.
Yeah, so Obadiah 1 and 8 is dealing with that. Because as Cap was bringing out, you know, you up here mad, as he say, niggers, when we ain't, we don't, what do we own? Only thing we do is we buy stuff, we consumers, okay? Well, you got other nations coming up buying your land, create everything for you, make all your cell phones. What sense does that make? What happens, what sense does it make for 20 years ago, or 30 years ago, or 40 years ago, that somebody say, hey, listen, let's get all the plants in China and get them to build it. Yeah, we can make some money. But not looking what's going to happen to their offspring. Not looking what's going to happen to their country. But that greed, you know. So you got so greedy that you're going to build another country up to try to fatten your pockets. Okay? So how wise is that? That's not wise doing that. So we see the wisdom of Esau. You got it?
Obadiah chapter 1 verse 18.
1 and 8.
Of Obadiah chapter 1 verse 8. Shall I not in that day, said the Lord, even destroy the wise man out of Edom? Man, that was cold. That's cold-blooded. Well, you thinking ahead of schedule, man.
So we see right there, and we see that's coming to light right now.
I want you to read that for me too. That's heavy.
Okay, I'll read it for you. So we see that coming to light right now. We see their wisdom is vanishing. They panicking. They don't know what to do now. Okay, because people understand how the Most High work. People don't realize this, and Christianity don't understand this. See, Pharaoh was gonna let the Egyptians go, but nah. Yahweh, you know what? I'm gonna harden his heart. I'm gonna make his heart harden so I can show my power. Okay, I'm going to show who I am. See, people, they think they know the Lord. Oh, Lord, this or he. No. Lord is a man of war. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. People don't understand that. They think it's you've been taught by your oppressors. And the only reason your oppressors tell you that is we go back to, what is that?
Let me get that scripture for you.
Was that Psalms 83:2? Where it said they're going to make so Israel will be no more?
I don't remember this.
Huh?
83:2.
Yeah, 83 you started too.
You want 15:3? Exodus 15:3. Let me get that.
You want Exodus 15:3?
No, I'm gonna get that to you because that's what you mentioned.
Okay. Go ahead.
Exodus chapter 15:3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name.
Yeah. He's a man of war, so they thinking that he's not. And when he returned, it shows you how they do things. Okay? They got all the so-called angels pictured and painted as white men with wings, and then when you look at these scary movies, you see a spaceship, something that's dark. They switch everything around. Up is down, down is up. God's people's at the bottom. The wicked people's run the earth. Let's go back to, what's that? 1 John 5:19. The whole world is given to the wicked. So we see these things. So if you could just, some people can't see, what's that saying? You can't see the forest because of the trees.
Right.
So right now, you can't see the forest because of the trees. Okay, God says that we are a special people. We just read that he chose Jacob. Okay, he gave his laws and statutes to him and no other people. So when these other nations come and say, well, how about us? How about, hey, this book has only dealt with one group of people. And then they try to make the Israelites see, like, well, you guys are preaching hate. No, we're just going by what the Bible says.
Well, give me Obadiah.
You want Obadiah?
Yeah, the 8 and 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obadiah.
Think that.
I got it. Obadiah 8. Shall I not in that day, says the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom,
Right.
and the understanding out of the mount of Esau?
Right there. Give me that. Okay, and so he said he's gonna destroy the wisdom of the wise man of the white man. Now, the white man. Matter of fact, go to Genesis 49. The weapons. Okay, and so now there was a time when creating bombs and things of destruction. He's wise on creating destruction, right? And so he made us wise in destruction on each other. It's just like, we got the thing that, our brothers, man, y'all wise to do evil. Well, you know how we became wise to do evil on each other? Under the umbrella of the ruler of the wicked, right? Okay, and so now, if the Bible's saying he destroyed his wisdom, and you can't see it, I'm gonna show you how he's destroying his wisdom. When we thought that Jesus was the Messiah and he was opposed to us as white, it made us kill each other and worship the nations that God looked like, right? So we started killing each other because he don't look like us. Now that we preaching that God is black, they killing each other now. You hear what I'm saying? The more we preach that the Lord, and see, this is the psychology that the church is lost in. They're lost in their souls. They don't understand what's going on. What difference does it make? It makes such a difference that they killing each other and we stopping and we starting to stop. You know what I'm saying? The black man is starting to stop killing each other. And if you can't see that, you know what I'm saying? And so since the black man started to stop killing each other and the white man started killing each other, what changed? The direction of God. God is so important that whoever he looked like, is his nation gonna be respected. God is so powerful that if he look like you, your nation gonna be respected. If we think he like the white man, we're gonna respect the white man. We ain't gonna do nothing to the white man, and we ain't did nothing to the white man because he showed us that Jesus was white, right? And we ain't did a damn thing to him. Now that we see that he's black, you know what I'm saying? Only person that's got us, in change right now is the police officers, and eventually we're gonna overcome that because now all the other nations, they know that we know that he's black, and a lot of white people killing each other for that. You got white folks getting knocked off, and they doing it to each other. We got what's that white man? He killed 4 or 5 cops.
He shot 5. He killed 3, and 2's critical.
Okay, so now this white man, we know that he knows that God is black in order to do that type of stuff. When you see the gangs and the Crips and the Bloods and all that, in their mind, we know that they believe Jesus is white. We know that because the activity, and they showing that in their grandmother's house they had a white Jesus. In my grandmother's house, I had a white Jesus, and I respected the white man.
Well, I think Salakia.
But now that I know the Lord is. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Salakia. Back in the day, everybody's house you had white Jesus, Martin Luther King, and JFK.
But going back on that, you were saying that the strength of Esau, to add on to what you were saying, Cap.
Mm-hmm.
So we know what gifts was given to Esau. So here I'm at Genesis 27,
okay.
and I'm going to start at 39.
Oh, that's heavy. You did.
What is this? And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, the dwellings shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heavens from above, and by the sword shall they live. Mm-hmm. So we see right there, by the sword they shall live. Mm-hmm. Okay? So by the sword they shall live, and they shall serve their brother, and it shall come to pass that there shall have the dominion, and the salt break his yoke from off his neck. And we see what happened with that yoke. And we see who got the sword. But we also know, we go towards that Revelation 13, verse 10, it says that those who live by the what?
Sword shall die by the sword.
So live by the sword is going to die by the sword. So these ain't our words. Again, we're bringing out what God's letting you know who Esau is. Mm-hmm. Knowing that his wisdom is going to be taken away. Knowing that he was given the gift of weaponry. He's going to take everything by force. Okay? But we also know that those that live by the sword will die by it. What is that? Revelations 13:10, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to get that. Revelations 13 and 10. So we go to Revelations 13 and 10. It goes right here. And let's see what we
13 and 9.
Oh, we'll start at 9. Okay. 13 and 9. Okay. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So all we saying is what God is saying. So, so they try to get mad. Don't get mad at us. We just the messenger. And we just telling you what's going to happen. Okay? So what we have to do as a people too, it shows that God is balanced. He's not an unbalanced God. Okay? Even our own people. Zechariah 13 and 8. Let me get it. Okay. I'm going to go to Zechariah 13 and 8. Okay. Okay. I have it right here. All right. Zechariah 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, says the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be lifted therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and refine them as silver and refined. And I will try them as gold is tried. And they shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I say it. My people they shall say, the Lord is my God. So right there we see God is not unbalanced.
What verse was that?
That was Zechariah 13 and 8. Okay, so we see that even 2/3 of us, and now 1/3 is going to be refined. We're going to be built up. So these are the Lord's words, these ain't our words. But these are the ones that's going to follow his laws and statutes and commandments.
Right.
Okay?
Let me follow that down too. Start with, go back to Genesis 47 and read that for me. And so, exactly what he's saying, this follows up with everything here. This sums it up. When so he have he lived by the sword, right? Well, you ain't got to give me that. You can just, because we already understand he lived by the sword. Give me Revelations 13 and 9. So we know that the white man lived by the sword. The sword is the weapons. And so we know he lived by weapons. With weapons, now I can control the people. Why? Because I got physical power. So when he said the Lord, when he said the weapon, he will live by the sword, that means he's given power over physical. Right? So now the white man has been given the power over physical. So with that power over physical, what can you do? I can control money, right? And if you're weak, I can destroy your spiritual powers. You know what I'm saying? I can destroy the food that you eat, right? Why? Because I can. It's up to me, because I got the weapons, and so I can distribute the food. Why? Because I'm physical. I got the physical power. You know what I'm saying? Before you go there, go to Deuteronomy 14:21. I hope that's right. 14:21. And so now here you're going to see why he don't mind putting pork in everything, because he's not in sin if pork is in the potato chips, right? We're in sin because we don't supposed to eat pork. We got to watch everything he do. Why? Because he know our powers and he know our weakness. Keep going. Go ahead.
Okay. Deuteronomy 14:21. You shall not eat of anything that dieth of itself. Thou shalt not give it unto the stranger that is in the gates, that he may eat it, or thou mayest sell it unto an alien. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord their God. Thou said not sueth a kiddo and his mother's milk.
Okay, read that one more time.
Okay. He shall not eat of anything that dieth of itself.
Right there. I'm getting ready to finish the rest. So if you find an animal dead, right? Blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans, we can't eat what we find dead. Why? Because we don't know why it died. We don't know if it died as a roadkill. We don't know if a snake bit it or anything. So we're so holy that we can't eat that, right? But now, guess who can? Keep going.
Thou shalt give it unto the strangers.
Right there. We can give it to the other nations, right? So the Lord is showing us that we're different. And the white man is showing us that we're different. Why do this white man put pork in everything and poison in everything? Because it don't affect him. Don't you know a pig can get bit by a snake and nothing gonna happen to him? Don't you know the white man can eat crab, lobster, and snake and he gonna be okay? If we eat crab, lobster, and snake, we don't get, what's that stuff that make your feet big?
Oh, you talking about information or diabetes?
Cloud, whatever.
Gout.
Gout. We gonna get gout. We gonna get high blood pressure. We gonna get diabetes. He can eat that. When have you heard a white man getting gout? And you know he eat everything on the planet. When have you heard a white man with high blood pressure? I mean, you may have 3, but I'm not talking about 3. I'm talking about all of them. Because all of us keep getting the same thing that we don't supposed to be eating, right? And so we have issues with the things we try to mimic ourselves after this man. This man got all types of stuff in the grocery stores that's not for us, right? And so the Bible is telling you the same thing. I'm reading it. The Bible says, give it to the white man, and we can't eat it. And I'm telling you, give it to the white man. But you know what? Oh, no, you wrong. Well, no. See, what the problem is, no black person gonna say God is wrong. But if we read it, they're gonna say, I heard what God said, but you wrong for reading it.
Add on to that.
So it's my fault. Have you ever seen that?
Oh yeah.
It's like you playing basketball, right? You foul somebody, and the person that's cheering for you in the audience, he got to get put out. This how the church is. The person that's in the audience and cheerleading for you, he got to get put out because you fouled the white man.
Well, to add on to that is that, you know, like God said, was Ecclesiastes was that 1:9, nothing is new. So right now I'm going to read this Jeremiah 28. I got it, 28:8. So that's a good one that you bring out, Cap. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms and war and of evil and of pestilence. The prophets which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come pass, then shall the prophets be known that the Lord have truly sent him. So it goes right here. There ain't nothing new. So the prophets of old was always sent. They were sent to the nations. And people didn't want to hear it. They thought the words was harsh. Okay? I can't believe these guys saying this and saying it's going to happen. God loves everybody. Okay? Because they have always used cunning schemes, to trickery, to brainwash and to trick the people. So again, as it says here at 8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries. What are we doing? Are we not letting all the people know in America, all over the world, wherever you come from, what's going to happen?
Wait, don't you know what this costing us? Go ahead.
No, I mean, go ahead, Kathy. Take it. But no, I'm just saying. So that's what we're doing. So they want to say, well, y'all preaching hate. Well, I guess the prophets before us did the same thing.
Right.
And they wasn't like. Okay. So, I mean, we see that we're doing what the Lord wants us to do. And it's up to our people to wake up. And as we brought out earlier, with that, even our own people. Because we got some wicked niggers, as Cap would say. We got some wicked niggers. Just when Moses was up getting the 10 Commandments, they was out making a god of a golden calf. Those niggers still here. That spirit's still here now. So a lot of us got to be destroyed. Right. That same spirit with some of our women, they got that spirit of Eve. I'm not going, can't no man, we all going to be. No, they got to be destroyed. Some of the guys that got this spirit, like, look, I got to get this bread, I got to get this bag. Yeah, that same spirit is here. People got to be destroyed. So God is a just God. He's a balanced God. Okay? He picked us. He said we are a special people. And we are a special people that he gave his laws and commandments to. And still, 2/3 of us is going to be destroyed. So you got one more of us was here. Only one was going to make it. Okay? So what is that saying? That means that we got to get ourselves together. Okay? That means that we got to get right. Okay? I'm going to bring something else out here. Talking about us. What we must do. And I'm going to go here to Luke. Okay? And I'm right here at Luke. And I'm going to go to Luke what is this? I got Luke the 11th chapter. So I'm going to bring out Luke the 11th chapter right here.
Verse 5.
Luke the 11th chapter, verse 35. What's that, 5 or 35? I think it's 35. Okay? Take heed, therefore, that the light which in thee be not darkness. Okay? So we got the light that he gave us. We got to make sure that this light is not dark. We can't take for granted for this. We can't take for granted, oh, well, yeah, here it go, well, it's another, it's about this and that. No. We can't take none of this for granted. We got to let our light shine. And then it's up to us what we gonna do. Okay? I'm gonna go right now, I'm getting over here to 2 Timothy. So I'm gonna go right here to 2 Timothy, and I'm gonna start at chapter 3. And it says, that know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, high-mighty, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, yeah, I know God lives, but denying the power thereof, which turns away. I ain't got time for this. For this is the sort that which creeps into houses and lead captive silly women, laden with sins, and led away, devour lusts, ever learning and never able to come to a knowledge of truth. So this, what are we going to do? Because we already know we live it in the last days. So we know that Esau, as if we brought out, he's going to be destroyed. Okay? But we also know that 2/3 of us is going to be destroyed. So we're not sitting up here high and mighty like we guarantee we got the lottery ticket. No. Because it takes work. It takes effort. What is that at what's that, 1 John 2 and 4? So if I go right here to 1 John 2 and 4. So I'm going to go here to 1 John, let me see. 1 John 2 and 4. Here we go. Let me go back. 1 John 2 and 4. Okay, so 1 John 2 and 4.
He that said,
For he that says, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. So if you say that you know him, but you ain't trying to keep none of the holy days, you ain't trying to keep the Sabbath, you ain't trying to love your brother, you just trying to go from woman to woman, just being whores and whoremongers, okay, having a sign of it, but then turning away from it when it gets difficult. Oh man, I got to do that. Oh, I got to be accountable and responsible. Oh man, I ain't ready for that. So what we gonna do? We know what's gonna happen to Esau, but we got to get right too. Our God ain't playing with us. He just said he's a God of war. And it says back here, what is that? It says that Ecclesiastes 12:13. What is the duty of man? Fear God and keep his commandments. Okay? Fear the Lord. That's what we have to do. We have to follow his commandments. We can't be backstepping. We have to move forward in this truth. It's an old saying. If I got the same mindset I had when I was 20, or if I got the same mindset I had when I was 30, whatever, how old you are, it's a waste of 20 or 30 years. If you're in this truth and you're not moving forward, then what is you doing? How many talents you going to have? You want to know you? Are you going to be accountable? Are we going to be responsible? Or are we just going to be, as Cap say, niggers in costumes or fringes? Are we not going to show? Because faith without works is what? Is dead. So we have to put forth the effort. If you're not willing to put forth the effort, you think, all of us going through hard times, everybody going through something. It's an old saying, a guy told me that